All right, that's it. I am finished with this. I don't want to do any more of these localization, retranslation things. I certainly had a lot of fun doing them, but they are enormous undertakings. Not only just the writing of the jokes and everything, which, mind you, are extraordinarily immature and very vulgar, but it just the cutting of everything together, and then like it's almost as if like I make it more difficult and more drawn out for myself because like I want to add things to it, like I'll splice in a scene or two here from a meme or something like that. I did it with this video, or with this retranslation and stuff like that, which I have made both of them, both Valis 1 and Valis 4. I have made those both unlisted videos, and there is a reason why. Some in the non-existent audience might find it unfounded, but here's the thing. Recently, and I think it was the afternoon, at least for me, where I am in my time zone, the afternoon of October 3rd, I think it was a Wednesday or a Thursday, it was October 3rd, and I realized it at maybe 4:10 p.m. my time, which is Western Canada Mountain Time, uh, and I was trying to watch YouTube videos, and I realized that I had been logged out of my account, and I said, "Huh, that's weird," because I had this problem, this glitch with uh, Brave, not Firefox, but Brave, in which I just could not stay logged in to my YouTube account. I have no idea why. I had to hard uninstall and remove Brave, and I had to delete like all these certain like um, DLL files and stuff like that that would that corresponded to like settings saved for users of Brave, because I had tried to uninstall, sorry, Brave browser several times, but it just didn't work for me. So until I literally purged my system of any and all occurrence of it, I was finally able to have it function as a normal browser once again. So that was nice. But so I just thought that that was the case. I didn't think that anything remarkable or outstanding had ever happened. So I tried logging in, and as I logged in, and instead of being met with the regular YouTube homepage with all of my subscriptions and suggested videos, it said this channel has been removed. And I was just positively astonished. Like, I exclaimed probably loud enough for the people across the hall to hear me. Boy, was I yelling at that time. Oh man, I was mad, mad, mad. Like, I don't even want to repeat the things that I was saying at that point because well, let's just keep on track with the story here. So I went so far as to uh, record it using Microsoft's Games Recorder, every single step that I took in order to try and get this remedied. So I was told on this web page, instead of my subscriptions and my suggested videos, that I was removed entirely because of multiple violations of their anti-spam and anti-scam policies. Again, bewildered beyond all belief. Like, I could not believe it. Like, what video, what video or videos did I have that made them think that I was scamming or people or posting spam? I mean, for heaven's sake, like, I post the most benign, the most stupid and useless and like time wasting content in the world, like video gameplays that I use cheats to get through, of which I say that I use cheats, so it's not like somebody is saying that I'm misrepresenting my gameplay, even though I don't see why that would be a big deal anyways, because it doesn't matter. But then again, that's just me, right? I've always been very honest and very upfront with my gameplay, to the point where I leave in instances where I activate emulator cheats, or I go into the menus and I do this, that, and the other thing, right? There were times in the past where I tried to not deviously, but just in terms of obsession, right? Just tried to hide that fact because I thought it looked unprofessional. But then again, I just said, it's like, man, it's going to happen a whole bunch, and I'm just going to just beat myself over the head with this obsession, like just trying to get rid of every single instance that makes it look like anything else of other than what it is. And I decided to stop doing that as early as maybe my second or third video, honestly, and that goes way back to March of 2014. So, and on that subject, I've had this channel, this particular channel, not my original YouTube channel, which has been around since January 7th, 2007, so and I'm kind of holding on to that one. I'm not posting any new content to it ever since I posted the first 2 YouTube videos I ever posted, might I say, back in August of 2008, at the tender age of, I believe I would have been 19, yes, at that point. I posted the very first YouTube video of any sort on Bega's Battle, the Laserdisc arcade game. And I've proven this. I've checked the search by upload date for anything Bega's Battle, and mine is the first. So, of course, you know, if you find one that's earlier, that's slipped through my search results, then, of course, the non-existent audience won't bring it to my attention, but, you know, that's life. So, see how I get sidetracked really easily. If I was John LaJoie's MCs, I would be MC Get Sidetracked Easily. But no, so I was beside myself, like, of all the channels that could have been taken off of YouTube for this, for of any reason. It's spam and scam for my channel, the most unknown, ignored channel in the history of uploading. Like, again, maybe I'm just talking out of my ass here and stuff like that, but I would think that according to how many videos I've uploaded, the video lengths, how long I've had the channel, and how long I've been uploading, and with its regularity, I would have to say that there is probably no channel that matches mine that has fewer views than I do. Fewer views and subscribers. Now, I just looked up... So let's... Oh, man, I'm always getting off track here. So I try to appeal the channel being taken down, and I'll just recite what I have... what I typed there. I always want to have backups of everything that I send to companies or to people that aren't a friend or a family member and stuff like that, because you know this sort of stuff can come back and bite you in the ass, right? So I sent... I am a simple YouTuber who has been online since March 2014, and all I have ever done in its entirety, this is kind of how I type, is upload video gameplay footage, my benign opinions on the video game, and that is all. I have been honest and true with everything I have uploaded, and I have never scammed anybody, nor have I posted spam or scams or anything of the sort. I have about 30 subscribers with an estimated grand total views, I should have said, oh, no, okay, with an estimated grand total of less than 9,000 views across my entire channel. I have only a few comments on all of my 440 or so videos. I ask, why was my account taken off of YouTube? What video was spam or a scam? I have never offered anything spam or scam to anybody. I have simply uploaded video gameplay footage and my rambles, and that's it. Everything was on the level. Which videos are bad? If not, reinstate me. Now, if that sounds a little choppy in the last few sentences, it's because I was running out of the one... I think it's not even a 1,000 character limit. I think it's an 800 character limit, right? So, I mean, it's like... You know, you can't really say a whole lot in 800 characters, right? Like that explanation was actually pretty short. So, YouTube definitely doesn't want you to appeal these sorts of things, even though they probably don't even have any real humans looking at this. They probably just have an AI that like does a word search or something, and I don't know. I don't really care, right? But so. I received an email to my account, unbeknownst to me, because I think I might have had my phone on Do Not Disturb, at about 3:41 p.m., if I'm not mistaken, which was about half an hour before I realized that my channel was taken down, because earlier that day I had been watching YouTube videos no problem. So I received the email to my to my Google account, and it told me that my channel had been taken down. So I was looking at this, and I was, I don't know, probably taking a shit or something. So between 3:41 and 4:10 or 4:15, when it happened. Yeah, I tend to enjoy my shits. Thank you very much. God bless us all. So and I was like, well, shit, like, what am I going to do, right? Like, I tried appealing several times, but it said an error occurred. Please try again later. And I'm just like, oh, well, fucking goddamn great. So fucking great. Thank you so much for that. Now what am I going to do? I am truly boned up the ass, right? So I just kept on trying and trying, refreshing, trying to submit my appeal, and finally it went through, and I'm just like, oh great, it's going to take them 2 or 3 business days to look at it, and I probably won't know about it until maybe Monday or Tuesday of next week or something. Even though it was Wednesday, you just always know that they take so long with this sort of thing. But as and this is actually kind of strange, which is why I'm speaking about this so incredulously. It's because I've just been cruising around YouTube on the homepage, and nobody has talked about this. Like, I mean, I'm sure that I could probably find a few channels if I literally searched up on it, but like, I thought that, you know, like Tim Pool or the like would be talking about. They'd say, "All right, everybody, so many thousands of YouTube channels just got nuked, and it's because of an algorithm error that mistakenly flagged people's channels and everything." But no, I never heard about it at all. Like, not at all. Maybe it could have been addressed on like I said Tim Pool, especially because he's practically the only guy that I watch, in other than, like, I don't know, Paul Joseph Watson, but he barely ever uploads. So I mean, like, just nobody seemed to talk about it, right? So, and like, it was pardon me, several thousand channels at least, and I don't know if it was just like, just any random channel. I mean, there are probably like millions, if not tens of millions of channels that nobody pays attention to, with few to no subscribers or views, or even videos uploaded, to be honest. So I mean, maybe I don't know what to assume, right? Like, was it just anybody's channel, or was it targeting certain channels or something? Like, I just don't know how the error would work, right? Because there were several thousand comments on the YouTube posting there, the help forum, saying, you know, this is a trending issue. We are aware of an algorithm error that mistakenly flagged people's channels, and they say we're going to work to reinstate them. So I'm just like, okay, great. But, and because I was looking up on Google, and every resource that I could find on Google, by actually clicking the links, not just reading the titles or the little blurbs of information that are below the titles, like from Reddit to YouTube help. It's funny how you can never find help on actual websites that you're using, right? It's like, if you have problems with Microsoft Windows, don't go to Microsoft, like, don't go to the Windows help forums, go to like Reddit or something, honestly. So everywhere I looked, they said, yeah, if your channel gets deleted and they reinstate it, your channel will be back, but you'll lose all the views, you'll lose all your playlists, all your subscriptions, and worst of all of your videos will be deleted. And I was like, well, that's just fucking great, right? I had been scourging through my archival hard drives trying to free up space, so I had deleted a lot of the archived playthrough videos of these video games long time ago, because I thought, you know, my channel's just so benign and completely ignorable, right? I just didn't think that there would ever be a problem with this sort of thing, because, you know, like, nobody would ever watch it and barely ever comment on it and stuff like that. And but no, so like, I thought that I was truly just out of luck, right? I thought that all 439 or so videos would just be completely gone. And the problem with that is, of course, I've said in these rambles for previous games, is that the reason that I have this channel is not to make money off of it, not to show other people my gameplay footage, not to, like, because I know that my gameplay footage is entirely unremarkable, right? Like, I have zero skill, I use cheats and everything. Like, people are literally just going to be watching this. It's like, this isn't worthwhile, right? So I just decided to make it a sort of archive for myself, because, long story short, probably 15 or so years ago, there was a time when I would just keep on continuously playing starting games getting a little bit far into them, then getting bored with them, then deleting the saves, then starting them over, and this revolved mainly around 3 games: Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, and the original Fable on Xbox. And I was literally like obsessed and chained to those games metaphorically. I know I just said literally and metaphorically, huh? Right, but this is how my mind works, or doesn't work. But so and like that was happening for months, like probably even well over a year, like probably right up until I started this new YouTube channel that I started in March of 2014, the Sprites Templar, originally called Squatter's Corner. I could never think up of a name, even as a kid. Like when we were thinking up of names for like Super Mario RPG, it would take me like 45 minutes sitting there wondering what to name the character, and my friend just finally lost his temper and said, I'm gonna make a name for you, and he called me Skwatter because like I squat while taking a shit. So I'm just like, okay, cool, and that name sort of stuck with me throughout all those decades, and so. Wait, okay, yes, I just lost my train of thought there. MC gets sidetracked easily. But, so, I thought that all of this archival footage was lost. I mean, like, it's kind of a travesty of justice, because I had barely played video games at all during the pandemic at a time when I was told to lock down, shut down, stay put, wait for rescue, take the government cheese. So I had all that free time on my hands, and I basically just sat there and vegetated, watching YouTube videos, watching repeats of Star Trek Next Generation and the other good series that came before the crappy ass Kelvin timeline. But and I was so emotionally drained once I thought that that all of my videos were gone, because like they weren't just, I wasn't having them up there for money, right? Like, how do I explain this to the non-existent audience that just cannot understand my logic, right? Or lack thereof, that is. Believe me, lack thereof. But, like, it, this is going to sound really heartless, but it was almost like I don't have a family, right? Like, I'm completely single, and I will admit it right here, right now. Maybe not, but let's just say, me and Romeo ain't never been friends, right? Let's just say that. And I've never wanted to be, right? And I never have been. I'll, uh, I'll let you know what, well, I'll let you think about what that means. Long story short, I have had zero interaction with either sex. Zero. 100%. Physical, emotional, mental, regardless, on that level, on any kind of romantic physical level. I am a human bleach wipe. You can use me to clean a crucifix, is what I'm saying, and I'm very proud of it. And what I would say is to people who are in favor of abortion, this, that, and the other thing, or like these creepy ass people who are just like, oh, I'm 25 years old and I've only had sex like 6 times in my life, and I'm just like, well, 6 times more than I've ever had there, big buddy. Get the fuck over it, right? If I can go my entire life in my mid-30s without ever having a taste, that means so can you and so can everybody else, okay? So stop fucking complaining. This bullshit about wanting contraceptives or wanting access to abortion. How about you just don't have sex? Get the fuck over it. Honestly. Bunch of fucking bitches. Right? Honestly, that's my honest to God truth. Like, if I can do it, so can you. And, I have friends, I have social lives and everything. I've just never pursued that, and I've been totally fine with it. So, well, that was a bit of a rant there, but okay. That's why I call it a ramble. So, as I was saying, this is going to sound heartless, but these videos were kind of like, it's so hard for me to say. They're like pictures of my children, right? Because like I'm moderately autistic. I can certainly speak. You can have a conversation with me. I can work and everything, follow orders hopefully as well as I can. But I am very thing oriented, very, very thing oriented. So that's probably why I never got super hung up over sexual relations, right? And so to have these videos potentially deleted, it's like that's my life there gone, right? Like I would say in my channel descriptions at certain points, like every time human knowledge is lost or like human culture is destroyed, we all suffer for it, right? Like I don't want to sound like a narcissist here, I really don't, but I mean, in my own tiny little worthless way, those 440 videos that I thought were gone forever, like it was, pardon me, but I see it as human culture. I see it as human culture that was lost, destroyed, that will never come back again. Like I was told by my friends before I realized that everything would be reinstated that I should start over again. Then I'd say, man, I simply can't do that, right? Like I can't necessarily remember even every game that I played through, right? I mean, this was over the course of 10 years, right? And I mean, the whole reason why I started the channel was to take on a game, play through it, tell whoever or whatever, or even just myself, my thoughts on it, and then to basically forget about it. Just basically use it as an archive to say, I was here, I played it, it's done, I never have to think about it anymore. I don't want to go back to those obsessive times when I was just playing and starting and restarting over and over and over again. The two Knights of the Old Republics and Fable, of which those were three of my earliest played games on this channel, so you can understand why. Um, and I felt drained, like it was as if like my soul had just left my body, which is why I guess they call it beside yourself. Um, but yeah, no, like I didn't know what to do necessarily. Like I was just like, well, I mean, my entire hobby life for gaming has now ended, right? It's like I don't want to play games anymore. I guess I'll just go back to vegetating and watching YouTube videos over and over and over again, the same damn videos over and over and over again, and I'll just vegetate there, and my mind will suffer for it. Like I've realized this, like especially during the pandemic, there were times when it's like I didn't even leave my apartment, even the confines of my apartment. I did not even exit my apartment or open my windows for 12 full calendar days. And to certain people, that could be unimaginable. To other people, like Stephen J. Williams, Boogie2988, who says, well, claims, that is to say, because he's a pathological liar, he says that he did not leave the confines of his house for 7 years. And to me, that's, of course, unimaginable and would be to any other normal person of a normal life. But that's his case. I don't know if it's true or not, but I guess I sort of apply my own standards to him, you know. But yeah, no, the thing is, like, I thought, like, my God, it's going to be another mini pandemic lockdown for me, you know, because it's like now I have nothing to do with my time other than go back to the darkest, deepest times of my life, right? So, but then, and I'm not sure when this happened, it was a few hours later or something, or maybe not even that long, but my channel was reinstated. They sent me an email saying, it's like, hey, looks like we made a mistake. You know, it was an error in our algorithms. Ha ha ha, whoops. Just like, oh, geez, thanks a pantload, you jackasses, right? Because I was like, wow, the coldest of comfort, like negative 273 degrees centigrade. And I don't know, what is that, like negative 512 or positive 512 degrees Kelvin? I don't know. But, like, cold comfort, right? But so I looked at my channel and I thought, oh shit, it's got 386 videos there. And I'm just like, oh shit, hang on a second, it wasn't 386 videos, it was almost 440. So it's like I was missing like 50 or so videos at that point, right? And I was like, man, like I hope they come back, right? Because like it honestly took a pretty long time, especially for the last few videos to trickle back in. Like it wasn't done until late morning the next day. So I was looking at that thinking, it's like, my God, you know, like are these videos going to come back? Are they all going to be back in their same quality and everything? They're not going to be all glitched and choppy and everything to the point where they can't be watched even by myself? Because that's who I mainly made this channel for. It's just my own personal private archive, right? And, you know, like if I want to show a certain thing or like a ramble to a friend or a family member, then I would direct them to this. But so they all slowly trickled back in, and I was like, thank God, but at this point I said, I'm going to have to back up everything. I'm going to have to back up especially the rambles because it's me talking. I want to have evidence of what I said, right? So that's what I did. I made two separate backup copies of all the gameplay videos and the rambles, and boy, let me tell you, the first few playthroughs that I did, I recorded them on VHS from either authentic consoles, or I had actually jerry-rigged some kind of a VGA and 3.5mm audio port to RCA red, yellow, and white TV connectors, which is how I recorded things off of PC. I used a crappy, low-budget Windows XP computer right up until November of 2020 when I got my Windows 10 PC, and at that point, for all that time, I didn't have software that could record good quality video game footage. Like I tried using Fraps and stuff like that, if anybody remembers that program, but none of them would work while playing video games. My computer would just be too slow, right? So I would record them all on VHS, and my God, are they in low quality? They are in terrible quality, right? Like absolutely awful quality. But so I backed them up and I said, I'm not going to replay them. I'm not going to do like HD versions or anything like that because I can't go through that again, honestly. I really can't. So, but you know what? That's been my experience throughout the making of this little localization. And my God, I barely said anything about the game itself. But that's why I call it a ramble. So I can see that I'm heading to the end of this whole video here, so I would say that's pretty much why it took so long here, given my more recent upload schedule. But I want to get back to normal games, pre-translated, nice and quick. I also want to do longer RPGs, but they have to be translated. I can't do this again, it's too much. But I enjoyed it. Well, here I go. Skwatter is now out. Bye.